The Hellcat.
Yeah.
So Hellcat's been one of the top guns of the year. It competes with, whether they meant to or the timing was just there, but it competes with the SIG 365.
Right.
So the thing that was groundbreaking about the 365 is they introduced a whole new type of magazine. So up until the last few years, you either had single stack magazines or double stack magazines. And so what that means is in the pistol's mag itself, and let me see if I can reach back here and let me get the Hellcat right here.
I remember when I first started here, a gentleman was debating on what SIG to get based on whether it was single stack or double stack. And he's just chatting me up. He's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get a single stack, double stack. I'm like,
you can't triple stack or double stack.
I'm like, you're talking to the wrong guy. I don't even know what that means, but I do now.
Okay, so typically in the back of, if you're looking at the back of this magazine, you would need a gun to either be able to put rounds in it, sort of staggered, one right after the other, and it was nearly the width of 2 rounds side by side, maybe just slightly narrower. What SIG perfected was the semi-stack magazine. So they're getting them to roll down in there and fit more than a single stack, which is when they're directly right on top of each other.
Right.
But still remain more compact and narrow than a true double stack. And so what was born out of that was this series of micro pistols that are more like almost pocket pistol size.
Yeah.
But with double stack capacity.
Yeah.
And when the SIG 365 came on the market, it was really a game changer for the first time in a long time.
And they were the first to market with this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Hellcat came afterwards, not super long afterwards.
No, it was a few months maybe.
Yeah.
So they already had it in the works.
Facebook came after MySpace, guys. You know what that means for the Hellcat?
That's going to beat the SIG?
I have a feeling it's going to crush the SIG.
No,
It's not. I guess we'll have to see.
But that's a good debate. I don't think so, because it didn't really do anything that the 365 didn't, other than seems to be embracing the optic as more of a standard feature, although they don't all have it.
Yeah.
Also, I can't. Should we shoot it first before I get into the? Let's do that.
Yeah, let's give them a little taste.
Let's give them a little
taste of the action.
Nip. A little nip.
All right.
Show them.
Logan Jones
Little
reporting
nip
for the
slip.
Gun Shop Show. We got the Springfield Hellcat with the Shield SMSc red dot on it. Okay.
I didn't expect that to show up so good in there.
Red dot takes a little bit to get used to.
Well, part of that is because we didn't sight it in.
Reporting for the Gun
that's a
Shop
big
Show. Shooting the Hellcat with an optic on it. If this isn't at least in your considerations as one of the best carry guns on the market, you're not checking everything that's available. I'm gonna give it a whirl. Yeah, that dot. They need dialed. So right out of the box, these optics are adjustable, and I don't know that we took the time to dial this in. I hit it once with it, and I missed once with it, and then I switched to the sights, which is awesome because you can still use the sights perfectly. When I switched to that, it was easy to hit, so that's what's great. Probably wouldn't have a failure on the optic, but if you did, you can use those just as good as if you didn't have an optic on there. Shoots pretty good.
This is Trevor Smith reporting for the Gun Shop Show. We're firing the Springfield Hellcat with this little laser thingy on it. Red dot.
Ow. Bang!
Hey, I made one.
Bang!
I got it again.
Oh, we're all out of bullets now, and I didn't hit one.
I think I actually did hit one.
You
did.
Didn't
You
give
did.
yourself enough credit there.
Yeah.
So I like this gun.
So, yeah.
I like the gun.
I like it
Yes.
too, and I
Yes.
own a 365, guys.
Here, I would say I don't care for the grip shape in comparison to the 365.
You know what we should do? Just like versus 365 versus Hellcat.
Yeah. So, but the whole appeal of this gun is it holds 13 rounds. This is an 11 round mag in it. But the size of this gun compared to say a Glock 26, which would also hold 10 or 11 rounds, it's much thinner, a little shorter. Even with the optic on it, it's pretty compact size to hold 11 or 12 rounds. I mean, it's hard to make an argument for carrying, say, a Glock 43, which I carried for many years, with this on the market.
Right.
The same thing could be said for the SIG. My con is the grip shape is very square.
Kind of blocky.
Yeah, very blocky.
I felt the same way.
You know, that's not a deal breaker. And I think people get a little soft when it comes to how they grip and hold a gun. There's a ton of customers that like they say they can't own a gun because their pinky hangs off. And what I have to remind them is you can shoot a gun without your pinky all day. I mean, it's not as easy to control, but you're shooting those tiny guns for concealability, not controllability. And so it can be done. You need to go to the range and practice. But if I'm going to have around the same capacity on this versus the SIG, I definitely like the ergonomics of the SIG better for my hands. Pros?
From you, did you have some? Or are you asking about someone else?
My pro, I was asking about you, but
okay.
My pros are definitely, I like the field of view through the optic, and I really like the sights.
Yeah.
Even if I were running these sights with no optic on it, you have, are these Springfield factory sights?
Yes, I believe so.
So they remind me of the XS big dot sights. You've got a tritium front sight in a big yellow fluorescent circle around the tritium, and then you have a U-shape rear sight, and it's very easy to pick up.
Hard to get it in there, huh?
It's hard to get it
Dial
backwards.
it in. Up, left, right. Yep, there you go.
Oh.
And you can see the red dot,
You can see that too.
Cool.
which is not a laser thingy.
No, it's not at all. People get red dots and lasers confused a lot as new shooters. They're like, I want a laser on there. And they actually mean red dot and vice versa. I want the red dot, and they mean the laser that puts a red dot on the a target itself. I understand where the confusion comes in.
Right. It looks through that lens like it would be a laser beam of some sort. So, okay. So for me, I'd have to say the sights are nice. I mean, I like the fact that they're outlined, and I could probably switch from the red dot to those much quicker than I might if it was just all black on black, or same color on same color. So those are night sights, is that right, guys? Mostly for dark situations.
Not mostly. They work in dark situations as
Okay.
well.
That was for me. I liked that feature. I didn't feel as though the grip was odd whenever I held the firearm. Now, I would ask a question: is the magazine that's in that, is that a standard magazine or is that an extended magazine?
That's a standard magazine that comes with the Hellcat.
And what's the default round capacity? 11. And what's the default capacity on the SIG 365?
10.
Do you remember? 10. So by default, the gun carries one extra.
But the Hellcat does come with 13 round mags.
Oh, okay. So in addition to the 11 that it comes with, anyway, my point is the a standard mag that comes with a 365. It gave me that issue that Eli was talking about. I don't like my pinky falling off the end of the gun. I want to grab it with my entire hand, and that was one of the upsides. And what really sold me on the 365 is the fact that I could hold it with my entire hand. I didn't have to go buy some other part to extend it artificially, or even get the extended mag, which I do have. I think the 13 round, is that
12
right? 12 round?
12 or 15.
It's 12 plus 1. So, I like that about the SIG 365, but what I like about this gun is just out of the box, my hand fits on it. It's got, 11 rounds? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are things that I liked about the gun. Aesthetically, I actually think it looks better than the 365. That's coming from a 365 owner, folks. That's coming from a 365
It does have a very cool look to it.
I think the name's better too.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I mean, what the 365 was, you could shoot at 365.
You can carry it. Yeah.
Yeah, but unless it's a leap year, but then you can't carry it
No, then
anymore.
you can't.
No. It also shoots in every direction.
Oh, 365
yeah,
degrees.
The Hellcat, you can only shoot it from here to here.
Yeah. Well, not many people know this, but it's like time. There's like an extra fraction of a second in a complete circle. There's an extra 5 degrees. That's why it's the 365 degree XL. You think anybody's going to buy that?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I'm tracking.
It's something to do with pi
Yeah.
and flat Earth.
Yeah, it's the 1/1,000,000th place in pi that gives it that extra. Probably didn't offend anyone with the sitting Indian style or the bonking the employees on the head with a pipe, but some flat earther will be like, the earth is flat. You're part of it. That's how you got on the radio because you work for the government. Birds aren't real. That's a real movement, by the way. Oh, wow. That's
I think it's a real fake movement. Like people.
I don't know. It's either the best troll I've ever seen or some people are into it.
Yeah.
We looked this up one time.
Yeah,
I feel like we did a little research on it.
Birdsaren'treal.com.
They're just noise and video. Cons wise on this thing, I had a hard time getting on target. I know that would just come with practice, but I mean, I didn't have that problem with the Beretta. This one here, it was a little getting used to. Not that I need to like have every gun that I have ready to, go out and force with straight out of the box. But I mean, you want my honest opinion. That's how I felt about it.
Did you think you said something controversial?
No, I just wanted to drop the mic.
Okay. I was
like, that was a fine analysis.
Yeah, I was like,
he's like, I ain't gonna apologize for what I just said.
It's adequate, and I would own one.
yeah.
Previous episodes and more available at gunshopshow.com.